Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Dalton at Dalton95, which is another Transformers Legacy Evolution video, and today we're taking a look at the Ultimate Legacy Evolution figure. That is going to be the Haslab Deathsaurus from Transformers Victory. Amazing box art here. I believe it's done by Guida Guidi. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's the same because it's the same art, or, same style as the Victory Saber box. It does say 15 plus, but I say you have to be 18 in order to get this because it is, ordering something online. Anyways, I mentioned before, it's got the foil kind of logo up there. And then right here along the side, we have the Tiger chest as the bow and arrow, the liquid or living metal destroying cannon, eagle chest, the flail, and tiger chest. Then here on the back, we got all the kind of legal information. Transformers Authentic, Descartes, Tommy, Haslab, Hasbro. Got him using, the tiger chest as the bow and arrow. You get the shield there, the display stand with the throne and everything pegged onto the back. I'll show that in transformation and everything. I got it posed on the stand and in Kaiju chicken mode. And then just the Transformers logo there. On top, you get the Transformers Victory, Deathsaurus, and on the bottom, just some legal information. So, that aside, like I said in the unboxing, there was like 3 boxes of stuff. Do, of course, get this fully colored set of instructions, just like what we got with Victory Saber. Came in very handy. Not the greatest, but it did help quite a bit. So, that being said, let's go ahead and bring in the big Mamma Jamma himself. We got Deathsaurus, and he looks absolutely amazing. The color choice of the plastic is just gorgeous. I know a lot of people are disappointed that they didn't go with the silver paint on the chest and lower legs, but realistically speaking, you're going to end up scratching a lot of that paint just from the transformation and handling this guy. So, I'm fine with the silvery gray plastic. It looks a little bit more like the cartoon that way. So, at the end of the day, it doesn't bother me. It might bother you, but hey, this is my review. This is my opinions. So, kindly share them, but don't belittle me for my opinions. So, just leave it at that. We'll agree to disagree and move on. Anyways, got some really nice black paint here on the shoulders, the chest, black plastic here on the hip skirt piece, the hands, and the feet are molded in it. The black plastic. Got kind of this off-white color here. It works for the chicken parts and everything. Not too bad. You got some white paint here on those little chevrons and on the helmet beak. Of course, you got some red here on the wings. Got some here on the forearms, the waist piece there, as well as little gems there, and for the eyes in chicken mode. Of course, gold speckled throughout. You've got, chrome there on the crest, and there's more gold chrome later. We'll get to that. Here on the shoulders, the forearms, the chicken feet, the knees, and lower shins. Of course, the black paint here that pretty closely matches the black plastic. It's not a perfect match, but it's close enough. And then you get this weird kind of light bluish gray for the wings, the biceps, the thighs, some paint details here on the forearms. Of course, get that dark blue there, and nice Decepticon symbol front and center. Of course, you got these 2 eyes, and then those extra add-ons for the red. Some more black paint throughout here. Yeah, he looks fantastic. Now to get into accessories. Actually, before we go into accessories, I'm getting ahead of myself here. The eyes, of course, are painted red. I forgot to mention that. Get the black for the vents there. And silver for the face. I was just checking to see if I had light piping. I forgot if you did. Articulation-wise, his head is, I think, on a ball joint. You do get some side to side, but it doesn't really stay. You do get 360. It is very tight. Maybe not 360. Maybe it's just Maybe it's just that. And I think that's enough. So head up to there. Yeah, it looks like it's on just a hinge. Yeah, it's just a hinge and swivel. So shoulders, get the wings out of the way. You can rotate 360 on a very tight ratchet. Well, not really tight, but good hardy ratchet. Now, in the box, these are perfectly straight like that. Just get it like that. And it was a little scary getting that to pop, but now it's a lot easier. It just kind of worn itself to a good point. And speaking of slightly scary, he does have a butterfly joint either side. This one gets scary because it's just so tight. There we go. You get it all the way around to there. Well, I guess it starts popping out the joint. So before it starts popping, you get 90 degrees out of it. Let's put that back in. Shoulders untab, and you get all the way up to there. That's a good amount, I think. Do get a bicep swivel 360 and little over 90 at the elbow. Not a lot. I wish he could have gotten closer to 180 just with some of the accessories and everything. Do get a wrist swivel. Hands do open, and they are on 2 pairs of joints, so I don't know what you'd need that for. Maybe it says like a trigger finger or something. But you got that. Do get 360 at the waist. You do get a slight ab crunch. Not a lot. I wish you could get a little bit more out of that. Maybe about twice as much. Wings, they move forward and back. Open up to there, but then they get into their own way, so it's kind of varied. For the hips, you get all the way forward, all the way back, and a little bit extra all the way out. Do get a thigh swivel here. You got 90 at the knee, but if you undo this piece here, you get a little bit more. So if you need that, it helps. It does help for sitting in the throne, and it actually is part of the setup for getting him onto the throne. Gonna put those back down. I kind of wish this was spring-loaded for the hip skirt, but probably would have gotten in the way more than anything. Ankle tilt just to there, and then you get nothing forward. We do get some back, but it's just part of the transformation. So, yeah, there is articulation for Deathsaurus or Deszaras, however you want to pronounce it. So we'll get him. And then we'll take a look at the accessories. So starting off, and I'll show it off actually here, attached to him first. Whoop, wrong way. We have our Eagle Chest or Breastmaster, whichever you want to refer to him as, Chest Masters, Breast Masters. It's the same difference, but this will just slide in. This is just a little spring-loaded door. So you just slide that into there. And if you want to make sure it's level, there you go. So you got that with the more red, dark blue, some silver, and black. Tiny Decepticon symbol, but he's got 2 of them right there. And of course, he's the Emperor of Destruction, so got that. And then for the Tiger Chest, it will just go in over that. Now, I've seen a couple people talking about this, but it's not becoming much more of an issue on mine if the Eagle Chest is in there. But the side, one of the sides has a tendency of popping out. It could be either side at any time, so got that. So that's more traditional Deathsaurus with the blue chest. Got the red here on these vent pieces, the tiger head. Of course, these intakes here, some red paint there. And of course, the fingerprint magnet chrome, which I need to actually use one of those little cloths that came with the Transart stuff, but that looks better. So for size comparison, we'll go ahead and bring in the last attempt at a Deathsaurus that Hasbro did. Yeah, the Pathetic Combiner Wars 1. Speaking of sad combiners, here is Lyle Kaiser, which I get it. He's supposed to scale with, the combiner. But come on, Hasbro. This is a pathetic excuse for Lyle Kaiser. Yeah, I'm glad we got it, but at the same time, ugh, come on. We need a new one. And to really show off how big he is, here he is with Star Saber and Victory Leo. So yeah, he is quite the big bot, but when combined, they are relatively the same size. Yeah, I know the proportions are a little off with the arms of Victory Saber being a little bit shorter, just by a hair. But overall, so yeah, there they are compared. Get him out of there. Now let's go over the rest of these accessories. Starting off is this amazing Sword of Is. I'm not sure what it's called. I didn't really do my research, but it does very much look kind of like a scimitar, but very nicely molded in this kind of burgundy plastic with silver paint for the blade. You got the gold on the cross guard and the pommel, just like I discussed earlier. And it is double-sided, so you can plug it in just like any MP figure. Have him wielding that. Now he also does come with this tailpiece that does open up like that, and you get this little piece here that has a peg and two peg holes, but yes, 2 tabs. So just plug onto here, and you can use it handheld. It's kind of a matter of getting it in his hand. There we go. Just kind of close the fingers around it until it sits into place. So now you got this whole thing going on, and again you got those butterfly joints, so use them. Get them into some sword fighting and defending poses. Maybe sparring with Lyle Kaiser or training him, either way. But then again, he's also a Decepticon Emperor of Destruction, so why would he be training his soldiers when he could just be beating the ever-living pulp out of them? I'm going to close that up. There is a little section here that flips out. That way, if you want to, you can just plug this. Actually, no. Does it? So it can just plug in like that. It is a little too close for my comfort. So what we can do is plug it onto there. Have it at an angle like that. That will tab again into the shoulder. So we can just have it attached like that. Now for sword storage, just untab it, close up the hand, bring this down. There is a little trapezoid peg there, little trapezoid cut out there, right out here with the little hole. That's for the throne. It does, you kind of got to get the chicken head in just a way to where that is perfectly flat. And that will sit right there. Now, for other accessories, you do have this ball and chain. It is molded plastic. I'm not sure about the mace itself. I think it's gray, gray plastic painted over gunmetal. You got the gold plastic or yellow plastic, kind of a mustardy color for the chain and the pommel and end of it there. Molded in burgundy plastic, but those are just painted. And it does have the same little tabs and everything there. So it just plugs into his hand like that. There's a little tricky getting it in there. There we go. just wants to keep popping out. So get it in there, pull his hand around it. And there you have Deathsaurus with his mace, much like Megatron. And if you want him to hold it, just open up this hand here. There you go. Be holding the chain, getting ready for battle. And it does have sort of storage. You just kind of take both ends and just drop it into there. It doesn't have any specific tabs or anything that plug into there. It just sits back there. Now, as far as the arrow, what you do is actually, hang on, let's do the living metal destroying cannon first. So I kind of want to get the arm brought up like that. Actually, we'll do it on the left hand side so the shield's not getting in the way. Well, he tends to use it on his right arm anyway, so we'll make it work. So here we've got the living metal destroying cannon. It just unfolds. And there you go. So it is molded in black, burgundy, and actually no. It's molded in this kind of light blue and burgundy, painted over with all this black paint. You got these kind of magenta, not even really magenta, it's kind of like lavender, purplish, or I don't know. I'm trying to be specific, but I'm not even sure what it is. This purple, pinkish color here, probably Energon charging up, as well as some silver here on the back, and at the barrel, you get these weird, like, crab claws, or crab legs, spider legs on it. I believe it's supposed to be like that, but you can kind of move these to make it look more creepy. And he does come with these blast effects, so if you want, you can add that to the end of that. Just make sure his arm is completely straight. There's these two tabs here, two slots there on the shoulder. Just open that up, tab that in, and peg that into his shoulder. And there we go. Whoop. We have Deathsaurus with the living metal destroying cannon. Absolutely massive weapon. Don't know much about it other than he can probably just one-shot any Cybertronian with it. So, yeah, they better look out. It's like one of the most OP weapons. Now, I have mentioned before my kind of disappointment about it. I do wish he ended up coming with the kind of toy-style blaster that he had. I mean, they probably had enough in the budget to do it, but they just didn't. I'm not sure if there's anywhere to store it on him, so we'll just set this to the side. Now for the last weapon accessory, we'll go ahead and remove the tiger chest and push forward the eagle chest some. Oh, I guess we might as well take the eagle chest out because it's also a weapon. I forgot about that. So we'll go ahead and do the eagle chest first because that's a lot simpler. So we just open this up, and I'll go over the tiger chest, eagle chest separately in a minute. Move these legs out of the way so you can bring out these barrels. Just put those legs back. Flip out the handle. Close all this up. And you can just take eagle chest piece, whoop. Just plug it into his hand. And there is his weird eagle chest blaster, and it is blast effect compatible, just barely. And just stick it on there. So there we go. There's the eagle chest as a blaster. And now for the tiger chest, what you'll need to do is carefully bring these sections, I'll show you here, downward like that. There's this little slider that will extend these to work as the bow. And this will flip out and around, tabbing into the bottom of the tiger jaw. You kind of want to flip this forward. Then this piece flips around. So there is that. This arm, straighten it out fully. Bring it out like that. There are two little slots on the side of the arm here, and actually right here. So you want to plug that into there. Bring this, we'll just leave the shield off for now. Bring this arm forward. Now there's two tabs here. The one that you want to use for this mode is this front one. We'll just tab right there to the front. Just like that. Right. And just turn the head there. I guess this could work for this to make him look like he's pulling back on the arrow. And I guess if you want, you could kind of put that on there. You don't have to. But yeah, so there is with the tiger chest as a bow and arrow. Now to look at the smaller figures, and then we'll get into transformation. This is going to be a long video, guys, so please just bear with me. I want to make sure I'm covering every detail as much as I can. So we'll get him out of the way for the time being. And now the first of the little guys we're going to take a look at are the Micromasters. So we have Peepo and Boater, aka for the Hasbro releases, Fix-It and Sea-Watch. So I'm not sure what molds these are based on. I want to say probably Blastmaster and one of the combiner ones, maybe Direct Hit or Power Punch, one of the two. Like I said, I believe this is based off of one of the shuttle ones. I honestly can't remember. I didn't even look, but these are definitely way better quality than Fire and Holly. Like, these are just bottom tier. Let's just put them out there when they could have done something new like they did with these two. So real quick, take a look at Peepo. He is a little ambulance, kind of wide fender, wide wheelbase ambulance. All white plastic with the black tires. Got the blue for the windows and the red sirens. So transformation is super simple. Just unfold the legs and flip out the feet. Untab the arms, bring them down, untab, down. And there is Peepo, or Fix-It. Do got the chest. I don't know if it's painted or molded, but it is done very well. We've got the Autobot symbol there. Got the silver on the face and the blue visor. Very nicely done. Very happy with that. Of course, you get ball jointed shoulders, ball jointed hips, and hinged knees. So there is that. And to compare him with his older counterpart, I forgot to show him in vehicle mode, but there is the G1 Fix-It. Did get these secondhand from a friend of mine, Brett, or Mega Toy Fan. So there is that. Again, they got very close, except, you know, the transformation is backwards, but then again, not a big deal. So there is Peepo. Now to look at Boater. Very nice little kind of Coast Guard type of boat. I mean, I don't know if these are weapons or just drums, and then some more here on the side. Very limited detail compared to Sea-Watch here. I'm not sure if the original Boater looked the same or if it was like this, but very nicely done. Go ahead and fold out the legs. Those are on ball joints. Go ahead and flip them, these sections down. Flip this section all the way back. It is a little tab there. Bring the arms down and split the legs. So there is Boater, and we'll get Sea-Watch here into robot mode. Very similar transformation to the two, but obviously way different style. He is definitely a lot more chunky, but you do get the white plastic, get the red there on the chest and the waist. You do still have the mouth plate, the head crest design there, and the blue eyes. Of course, painted hands. So yeah, not too bad on those. Also, we'll go ahead and bring those in, as well as... Come on. I was just praising you while you... There we go. Holly and Fire. So there are the Rescue Patrol team, Micromasters from Victory. So we'll get those guys out of there. Now we'll focus on Eagle Chest, who is still in weapon mode. I'd figure show how to get him back into Eagle mode. Bring these out, flip them down, just like that. Leave those legs out, bring the handle back, that'll form kind of like tail feathers. Bring out these sections here. Now there is a little section here. You don't have to, if someone was using a spudger to get it out, I mean, it's just that easy. The mouth does open. And there we have Eagle Chest in robot mode. So for articulation, the head is on a swivel and a hinge. You do get that hinge for the beak. It's hard to tell, but I think the eyes are painted in a very subtly different shade of red. It's hard to tell. It's almost like a pink. Of course, you got more paint here with the black and the gold. Do get a few hinges. I'm just afraid of moving them. I don't want to break anything. Do get ball jointed legs here along with the hinge. If you want, you can have kind of a laser beak thing going on and have lemons out like that, but typically they are just inside and only used for the weapon mode. So there is Eagle Chest. And then for Tiger Chest, still got them in bow and arrow mode. Go ahead and flip that back up. And from here, flip this up and back in. Come under here, flip out this end here for the tail. Bring that up. And then fold that down. Come back here. Bring or collapse. Or no, we need these out for the transformation. So bring out the front legs of the tiger. That will allow you to, kind of difficult. There we go. And then we're going to rotate these rear legs back. So bring that up, rotate back, just kind of finagle the legs to where they're all straight. Collapse this back up, bring these wings up, extend the neck, and there is Tiger Chest in beast mode. The head is on a ball joint. It doesn't get a ton of movement. You got the red eyes there. Got a opening jaw. Very sinister looking. You get ball jointed hips. I think they're on ball joints. It's so hard to tell. Either ball joints or swivels. You get little tiny elbows. You get forward and back on the hips, which are just pinned in, and on the back legs. Then this goes up. So that's pretty much it. So there is Tiger Chest. And to get him back into beast mode, it is a similar process. Go and fold up the tail. Just get that out of the way, bring these down. That will allow you to bring the legs back. Fold them down. Bring it back. Fold it down. Fold down these. Collapse the head. And there is Tiger Chest back in chest mode. Now, I'm not taking Eagle Chest back just because of the display stand, which we'll take a look at here in just a moment. And now, to look at the display stand, we do have the base itself. Very simple, just black, or not black, gray plastic, molded in. Some details here. Just some kind of like techie, Cybertronian type stuff. You got that. Then you've got this piece itself, which, you know, slides in like that. You can store the Deathsaurus right here. And that will just plug right into the back of his pelvis, just like that. You can get him into some dynamic poses. And yeah, so it does have pretty good stability for holding him. And then take him off, just kind of just shimmy him off there. And then bring this down. I will slide in like that to display him in beast mode. So very simple. We'll look at that again when we get to beast mode, but let's go ahead and take a look at this throne piece. It is molded out of a thicker, more rigid plastic than what we had with Megatron. It does have this nice overspray of this darker kind of maroon color over the burgundy. It just plugs in like that. Bring this around, and that is where we'll store all our accessories. So starting with the living metal destroying cannon, we'll just plug right into there. And forgot to flip that up just to get out of the way. Take the sword off. Take this mace piece. There is a port right there. I'll plug right into there. Then bring chain up right into that little slot right there. Just like that. And then you'll take the arrow. There's the two slots here. That will just kind of plug in right there. Then the sword plugs in right there. And then the shield, there's a peg and a port to just plug that all in. And there is the throne with everything attached. Now you can take the eagle chest and plug it in right on there. There's these little pegs. Really nice painted Decepticon symbol right there. So there is the Deathsaurus' throne. Now to get the Deathsaurus' fit in there, got to bring up these hip skirts. And for the arms, got to straighten them out fully. Get this out of the way. Bring the arm up like that. Take that. Arm up. There we go. Take the legs, bring them all the way up. We'll take this here and that. There we go. All the way up. Bring that down. There we go. And take bird head, and it will just slide right into there. And there we have Deathsaurus on his throne, just looking absolutely awesome. I do wish, much like the packaging shows, it was a little bit bigger to where his arms could like sit in and he can have his hands touching it, like touching the throne. But I still think that looks absolutely amazing. Put these wings down so they're more flush. And just to kind of replicate what the box art shows, we'll have eagle chest, and I guess the wings do rotate up. It's just so tight. I don't want to risk breaking it. There we go. Bring that up. And there. Now I'm kind of balling up his fist like that. I guess it will help to have it at a slight angle. There's that. Kind of looking down. And there we have Deathsaurus kind of in the same pose and style as he looks in the box art, as best as I could get, given the limitations of the throne. So, there's that. Alright, so let's get him ready for transformation. Let's get the base out of here for just a moment. And turn him back to his main robot mode. Just get everything straightened out here. Alright, so going from here, let's bring this up. We'll go ahead and close this like that. Rotate the arms around. Plug that all the way up. Just like that. Close up the hands. Open up these forearm pieces. Allow you to rotate the fist up and bring out the lower part of the eagle or the Kaiju chicken leg. There we go. Bring out that and rotate it. So then same thing over here. The wing out of the way. Oh, I did forget to mention the arrow can store on his back right here, just like it can for... I'll show it real fast. Just so I'm not missing anything and so people aren't, oh, you missed this, you missed that. So, just tabs. Into there, just like that. So, there we go. Put that there. Bring the leg up, down, rotate. There we go. And then from here, we'll go ahead and plug eagle chest in, just so it's one less thing we have to worry about later. Now from here, go ahead and collapse the robot mode feet. Unclip that. Plug that in. That will close like that. We'll bring these sections down and they will shift over just like that. This whole block will close just like that. We'll go ahead and get these arms out of the way. Rotate these flaps up. Actually, you want them just horizontal. Like that. Then from here, these will untap from the side and flip up. Now you do have to put a little bit of pressure here. But close that like that. And that will open up. And this, same thing, open here, collapse. Just carefully pop that open, bring the robot feet down, untab these sections here, bring this all forward, just like that, up, go ahead and collapse these sections here. There we go. And we untab these sections here. That will allow you to rotate this. And we'll tab into place right there. Bring the legs down. Rotate. Plug in. Rotate that down. Take these wing sections and rotate them back. Section, rotate it back. And before we go too far, with the tiger chest, flip these panels or these crests up. Make sure this is all straightened out. And that will just go right into what was the chest, but is now the back of the Kaiju mode. You take the shield piece, and it forms a tail. Double plug, pretty much goes straight right back into here. Nose, kind of just collapse. Oh, come on. Okay, what's going on here? Something's not fitting all the way. There we go. Okay, now it should just easily slide in, just like that. And there we go. We'll go ahead, lower this down, spread the talons here. Just make sure everything is lined up. Bring out little arms. Straighten those out. Bring down the head and flip down the neck piece. And there we have Deathsaurus in his Kaiju mode. So, and yeah, I mean, this looks really good and definitely looks a lot better than the third-party versions. I mean, the either MMC or I can't remember which one of the two looks better than the other, but yeah, this one definitely looks the part of Deathsaurus. You know, being that crazy chicken kaiju thing. And what's crazy is Hasbro said if it wasn't a Haslab that they tried pushing for, he's going to end up being a retool of Grimlock. And I can see that with how some of this transformation works. But yeah, I'm glad it wasn't, because this thing is so much better for it. And then there we go. Can I have him blasting fire? And actually, we'll keep that in there because one other added feature, if you bring this up and the head down without knocking off tiger chest, which, yeah, it's starting to become a problem now. So take that, grab our living metal destroying cannon, unfold it, go ahead and fold that handle up, and then that's where we make use of this little tab. Now it is pretty scary getting it in and out of this slot, but it'll just plug right into there. Let's get these wing sections out of the way. and that just clip onto there. Again, like I said, it's a very scary tab. And just keeps coming undone. It's because you're not supposed to use the ab crunch while doing this, so just kind of straighten out bird legs as best you can. There we go. Then we can give it a blast effect. Now this will probably work better once we get it on the stand. So that just fits like that. And haven't tried it on here yet, so I'm not sure where this goes on him. Give me just a moment to figure this out. Okay, so I do have this attached wrong. Mostly because of that handle needs to come out. So yeah, that handle stays flipped out. Plug that in. Give me just a second. Okay, so I got it. So it tabs in, and then on the handle there's that tab. The Kaiju arm just kind of plugs in like that. And you can do it on either side, but the instructions and everything shows it on this side. Now as far as this goes, you'll take it, and there is a tab and a peg. There's a slot and a hole right there. There goes Tiger Chest again. I don't know why it's wanting to come off so bad. It just keeps popping off. But anyways, you'll take that and you'll plug him onto it. Actually, let's straighten these legs out to make it look like he's flying. Bring the head up. So it's not going to do it with the living metal destroying can, so we'll just go ahead and remove that. And there we go. Now it looks like he's flying and breathing fire. So you can do that kind of like you can with having Victory Saber displayed on their stand. So yeah, there's that. As far as articulation in this mode goes, it is very simple and practically, super limited. So I'm gonna take that off. Wings, just like before, do flap a little bit. If you do it too much, it will pop out the chest off. They do fully extend. Can get some rotation out of the head, but you have to lift up this piece. Jaw, as you can see, fully opens, closes. You get some nice gold paint with the white teeth. I forgot this fin does stick out a little bit more. You get that. These are on hinges and swivels. You get an elbow bend. You get the full range of movement there. Kind of move. I guess this would be the knee, the ankle here. Rotate that on a swivel, and you can wiggle these side to side. So if you do it just right, you can get them into pretty decent kaiju pose. There we go. So yeah, let's go ahead and get him back into robot mode. So go ahead, just for the time being, remove that so it doesn't come flying off. Untab these sections here. Pull off the tail. Set off to the side. Go ahead and close up the feet here. Collapse the arms just like that. Bring them around to there. Bring this up and back. Flip that fin down. Can't even see. So just like that. Take the wings, and they will untab from there. Around. Come on. There we go. Take these, straighten them out, rotate up like that just to get them out of the way. Untab, rotate, and that will plug into there. Bring that out, rotate, tab. Then from here, open up these leg panels like before. Does help to kind of do that. Bring it up. There we go. Just unfold the leg to there. And then as you do, kind of just close that up. Bring this down. Tab in. Untab this, fold it around, that will tab in there. So there's just a little plug there that goes into. Up, tab in, down, tab and plug in. Go ahead and open up the feet. Stand them up. And from here, open up that panel, bring that up, rotate that up, down, close that. Extend the arm till it clicks and rotate. Bring the fist forward, open, bring out the fist and rotate the bird feet up. Bring that up. Collapse the arm. Extend till it clicks and rotate. And from here, we just open that up. Bring that. Oh, I did forget. Bring these down. Rotate that on that double hinge. That should just close up around the little arms. That will allow you to collapse down the head, the dino head, or kaiju head. And then remember to split the crest, add tiger chest, and there we have Deathsaurus back in robot mode. Now, this has been a long video. I'm sorry it's taken almost an hour. I just want to make sure I covered everything. So, that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I absolutely love this thing. Now, I honestly think it's tied with Optimus Prime for Figure of the Year. I gotta have a little bit more time with it before I put together that video and make my final decision, but it is up there. Just a few little things kind of dragging it down, like I don't have super strong connection to the character, but at the same time, it just looks phenomenal. It really feels like a great figure. But with the Armada Prime, it's nostalgia. It was my first ever Optimus Prime toy. So, yeah, there's a lot more factors going into it, but we'll get there when we get there. Still got a couple weeks left of 2023. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. It stuck around to the end. And that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to check out the links down below, and be sure to check out my unboxing of this. And, yeah, we're really close to 1,000 subscribers. The last I checked, there's 17 more to go. So if we could get up to 1,000 by the end of the year, that will be absolutely phenomenal. I'll be super excited. I want to try to do a giveaway or something at some point, but we'll see what happens. It's probably going to be limited to the continental United States only, just because I don't... with all this stuff I get, it probably looks like I make, you know, a decent amount of money. I don't. I'm very bad with my money. So, that being said, I'm going to stop rambling. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to check out those links below. I'm going to try to get some photos of this guy to post because he just looks amazing. That being said, hope you guys enjoyed. Again, for like the 4th time I've said it. I'll see you guys in the next video.